Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and oh my goodness, this gun and this class setup is an absolute machine. You can literally kill people with one pull of the trigger and it can melt people, and this gameplay, I just got it about an hour or two ago. It's insane and just shows how overpowered this gun is, and honestly the tactical rifles are really making their way up on my list of top guns in this game. This gameplay right here is a 90 kills to 3 death gameplay and some domination over on firing range, and I am using the Auger Dmr, which we're going to be given a class setup for in today's video. I like to call it the Auger damage because this thing does absolutely huge damage. So 90 to 3, really insane gameplay. I also do get a nuclear and a bunch of medals. I'll show you guys all at the end. If you guys could smack a like on this video, this is the first upload of the day. Of course, I got multiple videos coming out later, but this is going to be the Auger class setup. People have been requesting a lot of class ups on the tactical rifles, and that's what I'm going through and doing right now, as well as finishing up the SMG. So drop a like. Let's go for 1,500 likes if you guys could. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed, and let's talk about it. So this weapon traditionally is a semi-automatic gun, right? It's your traditional semi-auto. Reminds me of the FAL as soon as I picked it up. But the thing with tactical rifles in this game, there's a little bit of a difference in the fact that they come with a built-in sort of scope, and if you don't, they don't have any sort of default sight or iron sight, right? So if you want to take that default scope off, which is honestly kind of ugly, you do have to run a red dot. That's no problem for me personally. I'm running a red dot or reflex or elo on most different guns, but that is something that I want to point out, because a lot of people, I usually leave up the choice between a red dot sight, an elo sight, or just no sight at all, because it is all personal preference depending on if you like the default sights or the iron sights of a gun. But with this gun, you pretty much, I guess you could say the scope is the default. I would prefer running a red dot. So basically, yeah, this is your semi-automatic gun. Traditionally, it is a 2 to 3, it's usually a 3-shot kill traditionally. You can get 2-shot kills, sometimes you can also get 4-shot kills, but with what we're running here, it's a crazy setup that actually includes a operator mod, and I have tested this gun out. I've been playing with this gun straight for probably like 2 days now, and I've tested it all different sort of class setups, testing them in private match, seeing exactly how many bullets. I went full nerd on this one, and I really think the class setup that I've designed right here is the best way, and the best way to get kills with either one pull of the trigger or 2 pulls, and try to stay away from hitting the trigger 3 to 4 times with a semi-automatic weapon. So let's get right into it and let's talk about it. Now, this is the first tactical rifle you do unlock. We already talked about the red dot. Yes, I like to run a reflex sight with it. As far as the operator mod, I do run the operator mod on this gun, and I've been known in the past to say operator mods, while they are cool and fun, they probably aren't the best on every setup because it costs a lot of points. To put on an operator mod, you have to use 1 point to get the operator mod wildcard, and then to also equip the actual operator mod, which obviously you're going to do if you use the wildcard, is another 2 points. So quick maths, 1 plus 2, 3 points in total to get an operator mod, and it just fits this class setup perfectly. So that's where I run red dot, then I throw the operator mod on this thing, which does take up a lot. Basically what the operator mod does is it turns this weapon from your semi-auto, just the one tap weapon, into basically a 2-round burst, where after you tap the weapon, it fires basically 2 shots, and if that second shot will connect, it will do obviously more damage, basically double damage, and sometimes it won't connect. But what's so good about this is the fact that, and you actually can with this next attachment that I run with it, which is high caliber. So red dot, high caliber, and the 2-tap operator mod. With this, basically, if you shoot them and you get one headshot and the other one, even if it's a body shot, you're only pulling the trigger once because your gun is converted to a 2-round burst. You can basically kill people with 1 pull of the trigger. I was doing it in private matches all day. It is kind of hard to do in a regular match. It's not going to happen every single time because you do need to hit a headshot, but that's why having high caliber is really good. Even if it doesn't kill him in that first pull of the trigger, it should on the second, because you should connect, as long as one of those bursts connects the full burst and not just the half, you will be killing people in 1 to 3 bursts pretty much every single time, and 3 bursts would be rare, like at a distance where you're missing shots. This gun honestly is the god gun, and I know like people always say, oh, every gun is good, just because you got a good gameplay doesn't mean the gun is good. I'm telling you, I experimented a lot with this gun, and like I was outgunning people with ICRs at distance. Just the fact that it's just a tap of the trigger, just a quick little 2 tap sometimes, and you can do do big damage with this thing. So that's what I run as far as the attachments. Gear, we're running the acoustic sensor. This gun is made for sort of posting up. You know, this is one that it's not going to be that good at close range. It's made for posting up. It's made for getting your damage in at long range and then letting your kill streaks go ham. It's perfect for objective modes, for basically patrolling areas, and the way that you could take out multiple targets with this gun is actually fairly easy because of its capabilities to melt so damn quick. So acoustic sensor is what I rock. I just really think that's the best as of right now. And with my perk setup on this gun, it's a pretty traditional perk setup. I go with tac mask as far as my first perk, just because of all the stuff that it counters. Now with this one, I do recommend switching tac mask, and you can see I'm getting one-shot kills sometimes. If the enemies are weak, you're getting one-shot kills like all the time pretty much with this gun. You know, if the teammates do put some bullets into the enemy, or even if you just put some bullets into them, this gun is really good at getting EKIA, so assist counting as your kill basically, which is a good thing. But with my perk setup, perk 1, you go either flak jacket or tac mask. Personally, I go with tac mask unless I run into, you know, a lobby where a lot of people are using battery, which is the main thing with the clutch grenade and the war machine. There is some other things like RC cars and explosions that can be annoying, but traditionally it's that battery one, which is super duper strong, honestly overpowered if you don't have flak jacket against it. But if there's no one running that, then, or even if they are, if you can avoid it, tac mask is a good way to go. Perk 2, I'm pretty much always going to be going with gung ho from now on. Just the increase that lightweight gives you is so minimal compared to the 3 boosts gung ho gives you by allowing you to shoot your gun while sprinting, allowing you to sprint at full speed while reloading, and to get your gunny up quicker when you're, you know, out of a sprint. Those are 3 major, at least medium to major things, and that's a lot better than getting whatever the 4 or 5% increase on your sprint speed. So lightweight, while it was cool on some class setups earlier, and I think it still will be cool on class setups, maybe on a rushing class, although with the rushing class I wouldn't be sure if I would go with you know, lightweight and gung-ho, or dexterity or gung-ho. I guess that's where the gluttony would come in handy. But for this class setup, it's definitely gung-ho. Just the fact that even with this gun, if you're not supposed to be sprinting that much, I think the way the perks are balanced right now, gung-ho is just so damn good. And if you are caught in a sprint, it's so nice to have, as well as just all the stuff it gives you is just nice to have on a setup. And then my perk 3 is going to be dead silence, because dead silence just works great. It's just such a good, you know, this perk setup is just really good. Tac mask, gung ho, dead silence. You can rely on that for why it may not be the best in every single scenario. Obviously, nothing would be, you know, even if the game is poorly balanced or the perks are poorly balanced, which I honestly do think that the perks in this game are kind of poorly balanced. I think there's a lot of perks that should be a little bit better, maybe cold-blooded, maybe tracker, but obviously we're still waiting on balancing changes. But as far as that goes, yeah, I think this class setup is really good. So I'll show the whole class setup up on the screen for you guys as of right now. The Auger Dmr, the red dot, the high cal, the 2-tap operator mod, and then you can see the perks and the acoustic sensor, of course. Now, you don't get the operator mod until level 15, until you maxed out the gun. So until then, people probably want to know what to run. Until then, what you want to run is high caliber 1 and 2 once you have those unlocked. High caliber is such a big part of this gun because even if you don't get the killing blow with the headshot, the amount of damage and the amount their health bar goes down is like 75% when you hit a headshot with high caliber. It's absolutely amazing. And high cal 1 and 2 is another good combo for while you're leveling up this gun. You know, other than that, I would probably just stick with like long barrel or just fast mags, normal stuff. There isn't too many good attachments available on this gun, so that's why I think it's really worth it to sacrifice those attachments and those points to get this operator mod, because there's no stock on this gun. There's no other substitutions that you really need. Fast mags isn't too needed. You already have 20 bullets and it kills in, you know, whatever, 2 to 4 bullets, you know, so I really don't think that's that needed. You can get multiple kills with each magazine, absolutely no problem. And you basically want to just post up, pick people off from a distance, let the kill streaks go ham. That's what I do in this gameplay. I also picked up a cordite off the ground, which is usually a pretty good idea because this class setup does not have a secondary. So if you find something on the ground, just swap over or just grab it, and just so in close range scenarios, because you're probably going to be posted up in an area, when they push you, you have something to pull out of your back pocket and surprise them with. This gun can save yourself at close range, especially if you aim, you know, I suggest aiming for the head area and trying to get as many headshots as you can. But this gun just, it's so amazing. 90-3, one of my best games so far. I'm not my most kills or anything like that, but one of my best games, just 90, only 3 deaths is really, really good. It definitely had a very very, very good time using this class setup, and I strongly recommend it to you guys. It's worth the grind. It's worth leveling up this gun and getting it to max. Honestly, I don't prestige weapons. I don't really think you get much out of it, and I like to have, you know, once I max out a weapon, which is kind of a struggle, and I get the best attachment combo for it, I'm probably going to stick with that. So this is actually a rare case where I do think the operator mod is worth it, and this gun is, while it's still decent without it, that operator mod just puts it onto that top tier of weapons where it really makes the grind worth it. You can see here I get a nuclear. I think I get like 4 unstoppables or something like that. Obviously went nuclear there, I think, in the second round. But drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll have more videos out later tonight. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.